You know what doesn't make any damn sense? This whole thing with the Vanderbilt field goal kicker. I don't know why. It seems like this has to happen every time, doesn't it? In all different sorts of areas or whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but a story a story starts out and it's a good story. It's a positive story. Yay! The first female Power Five kicker or whatever. Yay! Okay, fine, great story. Yeah, you have a few idiot trolls who might have said some rude things, whatever. But for the most part, everybody was, had no problem with it. Okay, yay! It's a wasted year. Vanderbilt's terrible. All their place kickers are field goal, whatever the hell. Right up with the Rona, fine. You go get some girl off the soccer team and you're going to let her kick an extra point or something like that, or kickoffs or whatever. And, she comes out there. Vanderbilt, of course, can't score, so never get to see a field goal or an extra point. She comes out to start the third quarter to kick the kickoff, kicks a squib kick. Some people had some jokes about that. It was obviously intended to be a squib kick. Now, whether that's because she can't kick it any further than that, or that's just what they wanted to do, or what, I don't know. So, anyway, okay, great. Everybody, I don't think anybody had a problem with that. But you want to know what's irritating? This is it here. This is irritating. This shouldn't even be here. That's what happens when you go out of town and you forget to put shit back where it goes. That goes there. Here. I swear. Every time I go out of town, I feel like I'm 3 or 4 days behind then. Here. Dang it, there. How's that? Is that good? Okay, great. Let's see how that does. I guess this game's probably not even going to be played from what I'm hearing today. I don't know. But anyway, something always starts off as a positive story nobody's got a problem with, and then somebody, somewhere, or some group, or whatever, has to just take it to the next level to where you're sitting there going, okay, now wait a minute. Now, I was on board, but now what is this now? Special Teams Player of the Week. I'm sorry, I have a problem with this. And again, I think it's great. A female kicker. Whee! Now I'll get into the whole thing about whether... let's be honest, it's not a good idea. But okay, fine, let her do a little extra point. But no, then the SEC has got to come out the next day or 2 days later, whatever it was, when they announced their weekly awards, and give this lady the Special Teams Player of the Week. Look here, lady, you kicked one kickoff. It wasn't very good. Now here's the thing. Don't tell me, she's a girl. I don't want to hear that. The whole thing is that equality. It's got to be equal. If the boys can do it, the girls can do it. Okay, well, if the boys suck at it, and we say they suck at it, and believe me, I've been doing this YouTube channel for 5, 6, 7 years, whatever it is. There's been plenty of football players that I've got on here and said sucked ass, including plenty of players from my own Georgia Bulldogs. You want equality? You get equality. She's terrible! She's terrible. And what are you going to do if you get her out there to squib kick and somebody on the other team decides to pick the ball up and run with it? The hell are you going to do then? I want to know who on the other team is supposed to go down there and block her. Well, who's going to be the first person to knock her on her ass? Nobody wants to do it. And I don't blame them. Blocking a female kicker or hitting a female kicker or, God forbid, having to run over, whatever the hell. What good can come of that? But equality, though. So you got her out there. Special Teams Player of the Week. She kicks, she literally stepped on the field one time and kicked one of the worst squib kicks I've ever seen. And you got to ruin what would have been a story that nobody had a problem with. Fine. Send a girl out there for Vandy, a team nobody cares about, and let her kick a meaningless, pointless, terrible squib kick. Fine. But nope, here comes the SEC, and they got to tell us she's the Special Teams Player of the Week. Bull, horse hockey. Special Teams Player of the Week. This is ridiculous. This is just insane. I'm sorry. It is. You want equality? You get equality. She was probably the worst Special Teams Player of the Week. That's just what it is. You know what this reminds me of? This is like 2017 when Central Florida was 5-0, and 6-0, and 7-0, and 8-0. They're moving up the rankings. And oh my God, what a great story. Look at Central Florida. Look at them. 1-2 wins they had 2 years ago. Now look at them. And, oh no, are they going to get in the playoffs or they're not going to get in the playoffs? Of course they didn't get in. We all, anybody with any sense know what's going to happen. They show up at a New Year's Six Bowl, beat the barn. Great. Great story. Great story. There wasn't a person alive when that Auburn game ended that hated Central Florida. Maybe Auburn fans. Other than that, there wasn't anybody alive who had any problem with Central Florida. Then what happened? Fake national titles. They gave out rings. They had a parade at Disney World. They hired a plane with one of those banners behind it and flew it over Alabama Stadium, declaring themselves the actual national champions and not Bama. And they just kept on and on and on. And a week turned into 2 weeks, and 2 weeks turned into a month, and a month turned into the summertime. And everywhere you look, there's idiots from Central Florida telling you we're the real national champions. And you ruined what would have been a great story for Central Florida. And that's what's happening with this stupid-ass SEC Special Teams Player of the Week for kicking one terrible squib kick. And that's what it was. And again, equality. Gotta let girls play, Lou. Gotta let the girls play. Equality. Well, she sucked. How's that for equality? I've talked about plenty of college football players that suck over the years. She's just the next one in line. That's it. That's it. No kid gloves here. I'm not treating women any different than I treat the men here. If you're a terrible college football player, Uncle Lou's going to let you know. And hey, lady, you suck at football.